Knock down their cards. Get rid of the little tree man. Do a little dance on their little pile of cards and take all of them away apart from 3. Go on, do it. Look at him go. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Party today with a deck video for you. So this one is actually going back to a very old archetype, Deep, because it's been a long time since I've played Deep, and Deep is one of those archetypes we all know exists, we all know that it was about, and we kind of think, oh, don't worry, Deep, it's a very interesting concept, like with the fact that it's tossing your cards, making big monsters and whatnot. You think, oh, it's really cool. Then you kind of like open the drawer, put it in the drawer, close the drawer, go, don't you worry, I'll never forget about you, Deep, and then you completely forget about it. So that's the reason why I wanted to play Deep. Again, like it's been a long time since I've played it. This is just my interpretation of a Deep deck. It took every part of my being to take out the Lost Riches move, which it I ended up adding another atrocity just because I wanted the deck to have its best chance. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for like decks at this moment in time with like what's going on with like Bandle City and just the rallies and that are going on. So this is a relatively it can be a very quick deck depending on how like quickly you draw. Like obviously like all these toss cards, then going into those big sea monsters as quickly as possible can be very fast, but it is still relatively slow. But it does have healing moves, which can at least like especially through the warden, can be very nice, especially if you're using this with a what's it called, bone skewer, to be able to get that heal, put it back on top of the deck, then put it back out again to toss some more cards and whatnot. So this is the deck that I have for you today. Shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Obviously, like I said, my Twitch schedule is a little bit up in the air in the moment, but please feel free to get on there because I'm trying to get myself back to a schedule, as well as the fact that there is the Patreon if you want to help support this channel, help me keep getting this content out, because I know that content has been a little bit, yet again, a little bit up in the air and whatnot at the moment. So I'm hoping to stabilize and return to some kind of normality and give you guys the best of what I can. So I hope that you enjoy. If you're not subscribed and can want and enjoy anything that you see, why not consider getting it? It's free, and yeah, hopefully hope you enjoy this. Let's see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. Good old Ziggs Poppy Burn. Bandle Burn, ladies and gentlemen. Don't want to keep Atrocity. Probably not. I don't mind keeping my lifesteal options against the burn deck. It feels like the right move to do. And like, oh, hold a lifesteal. Actually, it's not too bad.
No one's the
I mean, obviously, it would be nicer if Vile Feast cost 1, but I can take this because here, in fact, we're going into their attack turn, can throw this down. That's fine. Next turn, throw down the warder. Like, this is, you know what? I am 100, whatever the hell you're called. We put you down. That's the main thing. So we do run 2 Maokais. So part of me thinks like I could actually technically throw this down and feel somewhat secure about doing so. They want to keep their mayor alive, so I doubt that they block. They could do, but I've got another one of these anyway, so it doesn't matter. If I had I guess I could have gone forward the spider just to make them think, oh my god, he's got a Vile Feast. But I'm okay with this. So I could either go with a lot of toss, or I guess it does mean I get more blockers. I was thinking to myself, do I want to play you and then know that I've got a bunch of cheap units? I'm willing to do that. Right now, Poppy coming out now, I say they haven't got a big board. I mean, that can very quickly change. Okay. I don't mind doing these trades. Gets Poppy down to a point where I'm like, potentially the little sapling man can take her out. The mayor will be a problem, because obviously they're getting resources from mayor, but I have to pick my battles. So protect our grove. Sapling can take her out, potentially. Also, like, this is just like a really big part of just like knocking them down. Which, like, I don't even know whether or not this would be counter to... Actually, I'm thinking to myself, do I want to throw down Thorny? Actually, health-wise, I'm doing fine. I was thinking to myself, do I want to throw down Thorny Toad? I can leave the Thorny Toad and go for more tossing at the moment. I'm happy to go for a bit of toss. Can I throw you down? I'll throw you down. I'm doing this to try to tempt the mayor out. Yeah, tempt the mayor. Oh, of course, much upset. I was gonna say, because I do have this. It depends on if they go for, like, they might just develop this turn, Which I hope that they're gonna... Yep. I was gonna say they're just gonna go for an immediate open. Oh, so close! God, develop. You know you want to secretly develop even though it makes no sense. Curse you, Yugi! The fact that I only run one Withering Wail is much upset. Actually, this is not really gonna do too much here. I've got lots and lots of issues that I'm gonna have to deal with all the way across the board, but that's future me's problem. So let's go with tossing things. Ah, losing. I've still got an atrocity, so potentially we're getting close to the point where we can just play you, and at that point we will just go deep. I mean, I can go deep. I can go deep now if I want to. Getting closer and closer to the moves. Okay. Ooh. The fact that you're going to go down in cost is quite nice. Ugh! The Bandle City burns! Doing the burn! Doing it, living up to its burn aspect. We've got two options here. I throw down the Nautilus. You know what, I'm going to throw down the Nautilus. It means I can throw down the other thing. I need to hope that they've not got enough burn in hand right now to finish me. They could do. That deck runs enough burn that they definitely could do. But I need to go with hope. Hope and a chance. So this is actually just going to be the level up on Maokai as well. So I can't kill the Poppy with you, but I can kill somebody who's going to do damage. I guess I could go for trying to kill Bandle City Mayor's, giving them some cheaper resources, but sod it. There could be the option of Scorched Earth. I can imagine Scorched Earth being there. It's whether or not they if they got it, they've potentially got to use it on top of Maokai to stop themselves from losing all these things. But to be fair, like resource-wise, if they've got enough to hit me, they could just kill me that way as well. But I'm gonna go with the hope, the hopes and dreams that I might be able to win with this deck. It's a dream I have. Whether or not it will come to fruition, we're knocking them down. So we're only giving them 3 cards, which should like at least means if they're gonna draw with Pokey Stick or whatnot, it makes that slightly less appetizing. If only I could have used some of those below, whatever it's called, the thing which makes these cheaper. But I could have used some. I mean, they've got a lot of impact coming in. They've got 1 damage already coming out. I mean, oh, it's a lot of impact damages I don't need to see. That's whether or not they decide to immediately go forward, or whether or not they decide to develop. This is going to be the interesting part here. Do you think he realizes that he has me in hand and I can finish the game? Shut up, Atrocity. Nobody likes you. So I can obviously... In your heart. So I could take down Poppy here, but I need to take down some of these impact units. I just have to. This could give them another impact, potentially, or an elusive. So I kind of have to try to get rid of the poor. I could have got rid of any of these other impact units, but I guess... Yeah, so Whale's going to get rid of this one. Like, I mean, I say that. Once they go forward, it's not. Okay, so just before they go forward, let's make sure that we're killing this. Getting my heals up. Making it so that the impact is not as impactful. Okay, I've got a heal. I have actually technically got another heal. Why didn't I just Atrocity Core? I had Atrocity to core. Why do I make things so much more harder for myself than I need to? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need this. I didn't need the Atrocity going core. It's absolutely fine. Why would I do that when I can keep my Nautilus alive? Only a fool would do these things. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I much regret all my decisions, but at the same point, I'm just gonna tell myself, don't worry. Atrocity's easy mode. Since when does Gomez do easy mode? It's not part of my being. It's fine. Share the mode to my opponent, because honestly, we've got like an amazing attack forward. We've got another elusive we can develop into. We beat Bandle Burn, and technically we beat them ages ago. We just used the atrocity move. Share the mode to my opponent. And after 2 merciless games against Smashdown by Lurk and Zed and Poppy, let's see how we stack up against Jayce and Lux, because I actually don't know. Gonna get rid of both my Nautiluses, keep my Jettisons. Basically, we just want to get deep as quickly as possible, so it's not a bad start. Potentially being able just to straight up obliterate Jayce or Lux is quite nice. I can pass and throw down a Thorny Toad. I mean, that's a lot. That is already 12 cards that I could just throw away next turn. I feel like I wait on the throwing front. As much damage, you know for a fact, I'm gonna get rid of all the atrocities, all of the good cards that can be finishers. I'm gonna get rid of all of them. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I mean, it is. I am going deep very quickly. Throw down you, throw down all the Jettisons. Well, I don't know. I always keep the Jettisons as the sneaky little the surprise move. I probably should just go directly for them. I might as well try to keep myself relatively okay. Like keep it so I can block more if they throw down more units. There's my Nautilus. I'm actually willing to do the salvage here just because I said the Jettison would be the little sneak move. Stop being happy. So 2 Jettisons and we're deep. Not that any of my board at the moment is affected by being deep. But 2 Jettisons and I become deep. The future and progress and everything is all well and good, but how much progress can you get if you only have 3 cards and none of them are champions? That's what I'm going to tell myself against Jayce. So they're going to be throwing down 4 Demacia. Or at least it feels. If I was them, I would consider 4 Demacia. Just because then they're buffing this guy up even more so they can basically clear my ball because it forces me into blocks. Little do they know that the Jettison plan. Yeah, so 4 Demacia, this guy gets buffed. He gets Challenger as well. So what they can do is they can make sure that they get rid of one of my Thorny Toads like right at the beginning, so I'm not okay, or not. Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say make the heal matter less, but okay. The question is actually more worthwhile. Like I can potentially level up my boy. So take the 6 damage and then heal for 4, as well as tossing. Cause yeah, we're gonna be like plus people are like that's gotta be near, with the Jettisons. That's gotta be near enough this man's level up. Ooh, single combat, just so I don't get as much of a nice little heal there. It's a shame. Atrocity, of course. Why is it always the atrocities? Okay, and I guess another one of my healing cards. I'll throw one of these down. Or maybe I'll throw 2 of them down, just because. At least by throwing 2 of them down, the main plus side is I'm banking full mana. Just throw down Jettison and level my boy. Immediately knock them down to 3 cards. I need to hope that they've got no champions in hand right now. Okay. Immediately knock down their cards. Get rid of the little tree man. Do a little dance on their little pile of cards and take all of them away apart from 3. Go on, do it. Look at him go. Okay. So they need to beat me in 3 turns. 4 turns. Oh crap, it's not the Watcher. The Watcher's 3. He gives you 4 cards. Maokai's more nicer than the Watcher. I forget about this. Because I can throw down Nautilus next turn. So they did have a Lux in hand. I need to hope that was the only Lux they had and that they don't have like 2 Luxes. Because that will be problematic. I can potentially, but obviously single combats and concerted strikes are things. But I could potentially devour her down. That's side that I need to remember. At least I'm going to get another blocker from, like, he just instantly sprouts out a tree, so I could actually throw you down. Actually, no. I want to throw Nautilus down.
You can't outrun justice.
You can't outrun justice. Fortemortia! I know that this probably is not the wisest of moves. So they're already going to be getting damage going to my core. And also, Lux right now is untouchable. I could even force them to use the final spark directly to core. I'm just trying to feel like, is there actually any problem with throwing Nautilus down here? Because that's only going to do 3 damage to him, not even kill him. Like, I feel relatively okay throwing Nautilus down. It means that I could throw down the little sea scarab, get a bunch of cards back. I say a bunch of cards. I get a few cards back. That's fine. It's fine because all I need to do is secure my life points just until they so we go big. We need to kill the Lux, or try to kill the Lux. So we're trying to force out any of their defensive spells now. Shut up! Oh, we beat them! We beat the new we beat one of the new decks. Yes. We also had an additional Devourer. If they came up with a way to save Lux that time, we could have potentially got her again. So all good. We just have to get them for a few more turns. But share the mode to my opponent. Ooh, this one's actually interesting because I don't know how like it. I'm actually gonna keep this hand. I'm gonna keep so I know that I've got an atrocity because I say this is gonna be a bit of a slower deck. They can really ramp up fast. So I tell myself I've got a jettison. I've got a way of making so I can bank mana turn 1, throw this down turn 2, this turn. I was really hoping I was gonna get a second one of you to just throw 2 of you down, but it's okay. At least my sea monsters cost less. But I am on a ticking clock. A very ticky clock. I'll bank the mana, I feel. I always like jettison as the surprise. As I say it every single time, I like jettison as being the surprise move. Oh, you know that they've got one of those guys in hand who, once they get to 5, he just like, you know, knocks them. Is it 5 or 4? I think is it 4? I can't remember what he's... The Inquisitor, whatever his name is. Okay, I could go forward with this. Just so that I'm getting a little bit of health off of what's her face. You cannot fight the code. Not that it's really helping me in any way, shape or form properly, but it's just to send a message. It's not a good message, but it's sending a message. Okay, right, so I could lure again. Lure, like, just so I'm starting to get those things down. Part of me kind of wants to throw Tree Man out. Especially if my opponent is passing this turn. I kind of would want to throw Tree Man out. But does mean I can throw down this elusive. I could even throw down the Shipwreck Holder, but the problem is, like, Shipwreck Holder technically puts cards into my deck. I'm not as near to being deep as I would like. So I could throw Tree Man down because Tree Man starts to escalate matters, but obviously they're probably going to throw down an Inquisitor this turn. So I could even consider Shipwreck Holder just because it forces a potential reaction out of them. Plus it is putting treasures in my deck that, like, you know, I've got toss cards, I might be able to find them. So sod it. Because I feel like Inquisitor drops. So I know that I know that I've got a bunch of 8/8s coming for me, but I'm trying to knock down their health. Trying to knock down their health while they knock down my health. Double jettison, still not really enough, but it's helping, but it's not enough. I do have a Wanderer who can at least heal me a little bit. Oh, there's the Lysandre. Now they've got a tough Nexus. Tough Nexus is a hoi hoi. So I'm gonna go for trying to get rid of some cards. Losing the atrocity is not ideal, but I do have an atrocity in hand. Throw down the jettisons and kill, like so. If I throw down the jettisons and let you die, or let, like, say, you die, you go up 3-3 and actually do take that one down. Potential frostbite could come down. The freeze. I assume they go for a freeze. Yeah. I mean, but he will be getting at least plus. And the only positive is he at least does some damage because he does get +3/+3. Not ideal, but he did something. So they will use the Watcher. So their plan is to Watcher my cards down. What have I Maokai their cards down? Okay. Oh, Maokai. God damn it, I keep forgetting he's like, that! Potentially clutch. Potentially clutch to save the day. Like, defend me against these 8/8s with my own 8/8s. No one expects the 8/8s. Treasures of the ages for a price might legitimately have saved my life. They're at 5 health both as well, so that means that even the Sea Scarabs will trade with them if they were to be so inclined. So I'm just trying to force them. Admittedly, like, we know that they've got freezes, but we need to be just trying to force them down. We just go, forcing them to have to defend with their mighty giants. But yeah, no, this is not the fact that we've got the atrocity. They got freezes. That's the fact I know that their freezes exist.
Brilliant.
Is a problem. So I mean, they've got to block. And I said they've got to block the 8. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. So yes, okay, there's a freeze. Not getting the draw. I mean, I do have another draw thing in hand, but it just would have been nicer. Nicer damage as well, obviously. Okay, how are we doing in terms of cards? Okay. Because we are now tossing a significant amount of them. Okay, Watcher only needs to see a few more things go down. Hot soups! Okay, I can at least defend myself against the 8/8, in a manner of speaking. Potentially straight up try to obliterate this guy. Tick-tock, go off the clock! Throw down Nautilus. I know that I could have waited for the Watcher, but I feel like the Watcher is still going to be a little way away. So that's what, because I mean, like, I say he's going to be a little way away. Technically, if they get that, they can actually get the Watcher out. I should have seen that. Should have seen that coming. So yeah, they can now get the Watcher out, which is not ideal. I'm going to tell myself it doesn't matter. I'm going to get rid of this guy. I mean, it does technically matter. But if I tell myself it doesn't matter, I might end up being okay. Get rid of you. Throw this in. I am actually now tossing a significant amount of cards because of these. Potentially even just tossing myself into a loss here. I've got to do this purely because I'm already going to be tossing myself. I really should have waited to throw down the Nautilus. That was a, how you say, mistake. So the only thing I think that I do have is the hope that they don't have a freeze in hand. I think that's about the only thing that saves me, is if they've not got a freeze in hand and then that guy immediately to core. That's the only plan that I have. They have used a number of freezes, so this is my only... The only problem as well, I'm going to be tossing, but I guess I'm not going to be tossing cards if there's no cards there. So, gotta go for it. It's my only move. Hope that there's no freeze in this hand currently. Oh, shadow mode to my opponent! Oh, it's big! It's big! Yes! I mean, I misstepped massively because I should have waited to play the Nautilus. I love it when you win, when you make mistakes. From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.